Marginal product tells us how much our total product increases when we increase our labor. So if we add one more worker, how many extra tote bags are produced? To calculate marginal product, we look at how total product is changing divided by how labor is changing. So our total product initially goes from 0 units to 8 units. So we do 8 minus 0 divided by the change in labor. Well, we added one worker, so our labor is 1 minus 0. And we get our marginal product of 8. When we added the second worker, our total product went to 20 from 8, and our labor increased by 1. 2 minus 1. We get a marginal product of 12. When we added the third worker, our total product went from 20 to 45. So we do 45 minus 20. And the number of workers increased from 2 to 3. So we do 3 minus 2. Our marginal product there is 25. We can repeat the same procedure for all of the other units of labor. We can see that our marginal product initially increases and begins to decrease. Eventually, marginal product becomes negative. Let's plot these points on the same graph as our average product. So we start where we have 1 unit of labor, and our marginal product is 8. Then our marginal product becomes 12 when we have 2 units of labor. At 3 units of labor, it's 25. At 4 units of labor, it's 30. At 5 units of labor, it's 25. At 6 units of labor, it's 20. At 7 units of labor, it's 10. At 8 units of labor, it's 5. At 9 units of labor, it's 0. And at 10 units of labor, it's a negative 5. We can connect these points to create our marginal product curve. On the graph, just like on the table, we can see that marginal product initially increases, it reaches a peak, and then starts to decrease. Marginal product initially increases because we are taking advantage of divisions of labor. That is, when our people specialize and we have an assembly line type production, then as we add each additional worker, they are able to contribute more than the worker before. At some point, however, we start to experience diminishing returns. And this is because we have fixed components in the short run. Maybe it's a machine that all the workers have to use. Anytime we have a fixed factor, it creates diminishing returns. As we continue to add more workers, each additional worker is not able to produce as much as the previous worker. Now our total product continues to increase, and we can see that here on the table and on our previous graph. So even though total product continues to increase, we do have a decreasing marginal product. Each additional worker is making some goods, but it's less than the previous worker. Eventually, marginal product becomes negative. That is, when we add the 10th worker, they aren't adding anything to our total product. In fact, our total product is decreasing. It's as if we hired that 10th worker to destroy tote bags rather than help create them. We would not want to hire the 10th worker for our business. On this graph, we can also see the relationship between marginal product and average product. Average product looks at the amount of goods produced by the typical worker. Marginal product looks at the additional goods produced when we add one more worker. Initially, when we add workers, the next worker is more productive than the previous workers. And since we're adding more productive workers, it is pulling the average up. However, when the marginal product is below the average product, so the workers we are adding are less productive than the ones already there, it pulls the average down. When the marginal product is above the average product increases. When the marginal product is below the average product decreases.